Ladies and gentlemen, gather round for a tale that's as peculiar as it is profound. Imagine a time when the British government handed out cars like candy, no strings attached. Yes, free cars, not your sleek sports car or luxury sedan, but a quirky little three-wheeled marvel known as the AC Invacar Model 70. Part car, part lifeline, part daring experiment in mobility and independence. It looked like a go-kart crashed into a refrigerator, but to thousands, it was freedom on fiberglass wheels. Before we dive into this fascinating piece of motoring history, thank you truly for tuning in. Without curious minds like yours, stories like these might vanish into dusty archives. If you're passionate about the weird, wonderful, and downright unorthodox tales of automotive legends, hit subscribe. It's just like the Invacar, completely free. Picture post-war Britain, 1940s austerity still squeezing the nation tight. The war was over, but the battle for everyday independence raged on. The newly formed NHS was a beacon of hope, yet for those with disabilities, mobility meant struggle. No ramps, no accessible buses, just endless barriers. Enter Bert Greaves, a determined mechanic with a heart bigger than his workshop. Inspired by his cousin Derry Preston Cobb, who faced the challenge of moving with limited use of his limbs, Bert crafted the first prototype, a motorized trike designed to give back freedom. By 1948, the government saw this unique invention not just as a vehicle, but a lifeline. They partnered with AC Cars, famed for the Cobra, to produce and distribute the Invacar in mass. The Model 70 emerged in 1971, a fiberglass bubble of optimism, painted in the unmistakable ministry blue. For the first time, disabled Britons could claim the driver's seat of their own independence, no assistance, no restrictions, just sheer self-reliance. Beneath its modest shell beat an unlikely powerhouse, a 493 cubic centimeter Steyr-Puch flat twin engine, cheerfully pumping out 20 horses. It might sound tame, but this 400-kilo wonder could sprint to 80 miles per hour. Now, combine that with tiller steering and a three-wheel design, and you have a thrilling, if slightly nerve-wracking ride, a testament to engineering ingenuity tailored for courage and necessity. The Invacar wasn't about luxury or style. It had one mission: to get you from point A to B, safely and independently. No radios, no air conditioning, just a single seat framed by its iconic snail-shaped fiberglass shell and a handlebar instead of a steering wheel. Minimalist, earnest, and utterly unique. Imagine this: the Invacar was never sold. It was handed out, a gift from the government to those who qualified, almost like a social contract. Valued at about £650 in the 1970s, that's nearly £9,000 today, it was never in competition with conventional cars like the Mini or Fiat 500. It stood alone, a rare breed designed solely to serve a vital purpose. Thousands of these blue bubbles dotted Britain's roads by the mid-70s, but progress waits for no one. Changing safety laws meant the Invacar's reign ended in 2003, recalled as too risky for modern traffic. Most were scrapped, but a handful escaped, now prized relics for collectors who treasure their story of resilience, freedom, and an unlikely chapter in Britain's motoring history. The AC Invacar Model 70 was more than just a vehicle. It was a bold declaration of independence, imperfect, quirky, but profoundly human. If this story sparks your curiosity or admiration, show some love with a like, subscribe, and join a community that celebrates the unconventional. Because every car tells a story, and some stories are too important to forget. Stay safe, stay curious, and may your journeys always be fueled with freedom.